What is going on YouTube? N64 Fortress here, I'm back. Thanks for tuning in again as always, it's very much appreciated. What we're going to go through on this video is a load of pickups, and I mean a load. There's been a lot of them. I've been a busy boy lately, been picking up more stuff than I probably should, but I'm delighted to be able to share it with you and just talk through some of it and yeah, tell you what it's all about. Before we get into the pickups, I just want to say that I've sort of parked Tomb Raider on the PS5 for now and started playing Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines on the PS2. You might remember I picked this up towards the end of last year. It's such a cheap game, it's only a couple of quid in CeX, but yeah, big fan of the Terminator franchise. Probably not the best movie, obviously, not as bad as some of the more recent ones, but I felt like with a bit of a stronger cast it could have been a better film. I don't think it was the story that was the real letdown. I thought that the support cast was probably not as great as it could have been, but yeah, interested to see what this is all about really. It's based on the movie. There's a bit of filling out in there as well because it's obviously after adding an extra few levels. From what I've played of it so far, seems pretty good, interesting. I like the voice acting's good, and you know, they certainly all look like the Terminator characters and sound like the real voices. Whether they are or not, I'm not sure, but yeah, the T800 sounds like Arnie, so it's good enough for me. Maybe they've just ripped quotes from the actual film. The levels on this game feel a little bit short, but there's plenty of them to get through, so I'm sure there is a bit of longevity to the game. Controls feel a little bit clunky on there with the two thumbsticks, but you know, it's not too bad. I am enjoying it, so yeah, I'll keep you posted on that, how I get on with it, but yeah, enjoying that for now. And yeah, let's get into the pickups then. First of all, N64 cardboard. So quite a rarity of me getting upgrades these days, but I've managed to pick up an upgrade off a friend, Hybrid Heaven. Lovely condition this is. I've never actually played this game before, so looking forward to playing this as part of mission N64239. I'm pretty sure someone said once on a video that I watched that Hybrid Heaven's sort of like the N64's answer to Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation. I'm not totally sure, but yeah, I'll put some overlay on now of the gameplay footage. But yeah, this is really good condition. I'm always open to getting upgrades, and like, you know, N64 cardboard in this condition, that's what I'm after now. I'm at that sort of stage in my set. My game was pretty good condition, but really happy to add some real freshness in there. It's fully complete with manual, cart baggy and everything like that. I'll put some overlay of that on as well. And yeah, I bought this for £84, so quite expensive, a lot more expensive than CeX price, but that's what you tend to have to do for good quality cardboard on the N64. And because my copy was in really good condition, I managed to sell that for 75 plus post, so actually I only net spent £9 on this, so really happy. Extra £9 to have a even better upgrade, really happy with that. Next up, sticking with the cardboard theme, I saw on a Facebook group, CeX Watch, that one store had a load of PS2 games in, including some PS2 rarities. This certainly isn't a rarity at £12, I don't think, but I basically paid £15 with postage, but the condition of it looks superb. Tomb Raider on the PS2, never played it, still haven't got round to trying it yet, but it's one that I'd like to think I will try. And the cardboard is slightly yellowed, but I think this is normal from what I've seen online and videos, but the actual condition of the cardboard is really good. So I was like, I'm definitely buying that, and from what I saw on eBay, it was a good price really. It's fully complete with all the booklets, all the discs and everything like that, so I feel like it's a good price for £15 really in this sort of condition. You know, cardboard like this is only getting more sought after, and you can't really go wrong for that price. Gameplay looks pretty good as Tomb Raider games go. You know what you're getting with these sort of games, and little quests and excitement along the way. It's rated 9 out of 10, so yeah, looking forward to having a go on that one at some point. It's going into the queue. The backlog is building, but you know, hopefully I can get through Terminator, then I've got another game that I'm going to go on to, and yeah, this will form part of the backlog. So after all of that, I went to my local CeX and I grabbed a few games from there. I never really get footage from my local CeX because it's such a small CeX, and all their retros behind the counter anyway, so you can't really get any sort of footage of the retro easily. So yeah, I just went in there, but what I did pick up was Ghostbusters on the PS3, so you know I'm picking up PS3 games. I was a massive Ghostbusters fan in the 90s. Anyone who was a kid in the 90s knew the Ghostbusters, those late 80s films, really popular. And yeah, the game looks pretty good. £5 on the PS3, fully complete. I know there is a variant with the Blu-ray, and that's worth quite a bit, but you know, I just want a game that I'm happy to play, and this is one of them, so yeah, looking forward to whacking this into the pile of games to play and hopefully getting around to that someday, because yeah, I used to love Ghostbusters, so that should be pretty fun. Next up, in my same local CEX, I picked up Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. It actually says £6 on here. I left the label on because I wanted to show this. It's actually gone up to £8 now, I believe, but they honoured the price of £6. I didn't expect them to. I just said, oh, I thought it was £6 just because that's what I thought it was. And they said, no, it's gone up, but we'll honour that. And so just for not changing the sticker, they gave me a better price. You'll notice that this is the PlayStation Hits edition. It's just got a red spine and PlayStation Hits across the top, but the same disc and manual as the normal copy. I've seen on other channels that people are sort of collecting PS4 hits now and stuff like that. With these sort of libraries, I'd never go for a full set because there's so many games that are filler in there that I'll never play. And whilst I've full set at the N64, I have no interest in full setting anything else at this stage, really, with games that I'd never play. But the Uncharted games are definitely ones that I wanted to have a go on. I never played them back in the day, and I have heard, you know, all right things about them. So, you know, and with the lovely red spines, yeah, I'm about getting that. So yeah, I picked up this from my local, really happy with that, for £6 instead of £8, so a bit of a saving there. And lastly, from my local CEX, I picked up, I left the label on just to show you, Assassin's Creed Odyssey for £10. This looks really good. Friends at work have said good things about this, said that they put 150 hours in, some of them, so that's a lot of time. But the reason it attracted me specifically is because it's the Omega edition, which means it's got this lovely cardboard sleeve, and the condition of the cardboard sleeve is really nice. And it's interesting that CeX don't distinguish between the basic copy, which would just be, you know, just the case on its own, versus the Amiga edition with the cardboard sleeve and some extras. Comes with a little booklet with some pictures in it, stuff like that, an art book, I guess. Nothing too snazzy. And I found out once I got home, unfortunately, that it was supposed to have a map in there. It's just got a manual and the disc in there, in the case, obviously. It's supposed to come with a map as well, which this doesn't have included, so that's going to really grate on me. So I've got a problem now. I need to go and find a map somehow. There's none for sale loose online. From what I can see, it's the same map in the Xbox version, so I'm going to have to either buy a PlayStation copy or an Xbox copy, gut the map and then sell it on, or trade it back into CEX. But yeah, I'm just thinking about what I'm going to do at the moment, because I don't want to outlay too mumuch money on this. But the cardboard is in really good condition, so from what I've seen, this is worth more than the £10 I paid for it. But it's one I want to keep anyway, but I need to get hold of that map. I'm quite a perfectionist like that, and it's going to grate on me until I get one. The way I've priced this game though is that I got it for free anyway, because basically I sold an N64 game a while ago, and because of the value, I sent it special delivery. It was basically a downgrade, and it took 72 hours to get to the person that bought it, and I paid special delivery. It should be there by 1 PM the next day. It was 72 hours, so it's in fact slower than Tract 48 postage. So I'm not really a job's worth, but 3 days to send something that should take a day, yeah, I wasn't happy with that. So I put in a claim with Royal Mail, and they sent me a cheque yesterday for £12.50 basically to reimburse me the special delivery cost. So that covers the cost of this game. So effectively this was free with a bit of cash back, but yeah, it's still missing the map, so that's something I need to go after at some point. And then next up, last Saturday, so a week ago now, I went to, I did Park Run in Dudley, then I went to the CEX there, and then I went to a retro game shop called Old School Gaming. If you watch other YouTube channels, you'll see a couple of the big YouTubers frequented there last week as well. And the reason that they went there was because they just had an influx of nice new stock in. When I say new stock, I mean retro games, but a lot of new retro in. And you know, I'm happy that that shop's back on its feet now, because it's had some hard times. It's a great little store. I've been there before, and yeah, I noticed that on their video on the Facebook page, when they sort of said what they'd had in, they had a huge sea of red in their PlayStation 3 section, all next to each other, so PS3 Essentials. So yeah, I got down there as soon as I could Saturday morning, and yeah, they still had a lot of it there. Instantly I got there, and there was some other guy eyeing up the PS3 Essentials, grabbing a load, and unfortunately he took the Amazing Spider-Man in the PS3 Essentials range, and there's only one of those on eBay at the moment, and they're charging a lot more than what the basic copy would cost, and I'm not willing to pay that. But the great thing about old school gaming is he only charged what the standard games go for, and that makes sense for a lot of games really in the range, certainly the cheap ones. But you'll often find there are games that are a lot harder to find in PS3 Essentials, and given that people collect them, you can get away with charging a premium, and one such game is FIFA Street. It seems really difficult to find in the Essentials range. There is one on eBay at the moment, and it's on there for 15 quid, but I got this for £3.50. Yeah, lovely condition. I did look at some other games that they had in the Essentials range, but unfortunately not all of them either had the manual or the correct disc, so some of them I had to leave. But yeah, in the end, from that shop alone, I bought all of these. So yeah, let's just go through them then. So yeah, FIFA Street. I like FIFA Street games, so yeah, this is one that I'll have a go on and hopefully have some fun with. And like I said, it's quite a difficult one to get in the Essentials range from what I've seen. Not like uber rare, but like, you know, just not easy. So happy with that. Need for Speed Rivals. I like the Need for Speed games, the ones that I did play. Certainly Underground 2, I think it was, on the Xbox PS2 era. So yeah, looking forward to having a go on this one. Again, fully complete with manual and the correct disc. Mortal Kombat. This one stood out to me because you can play as Kratos, I think, in the God of War franchise. Again, fully complete with manual and the correct disc. And Tekken 6. They did have Tekken Tag Tournament in the Essentials range, and on reflection I should have picked it up. Chunky manual in this one for a PS3, by the way. But yeah, I should have picked up that Tekken Tag Tournament, but I left it, and unfortunately it is now sold. So it's interesting. So I saw that, so I went on the Saturday last week, and then on Wednesday I saw that there was loads of people asking about what Essentials they got in, and I was scrolling through the comments, and the guy who owns the shop says we've got nothing left now. Well, he sent a picture actually, and there was only like 2 Essentials left. Bearing in mind they had about 40-50 odd of them. Yeah, they sold quick, and it goes to show there are quite a few people collecting these out there, because they've all sold rapidly. And yes, so I also bought Batman 3 in the PlayStation Hits range, Lego Batman 3 I should say. I've got the first 2 in the PS3 Essentials range, and I've never found a Lego Batman 3 in the PS3 Essentials. Whether it exists or not in UK, I'm not sure yet, but I haven't seen it, so I just thought I'll get it on the PS4 Hits. This doesn't come with a manual, and it comes with a standard disc obviously, but yeah, happy with that. He gave me CeX prices on all of it and then knocks them off, so basically I got everything for cheaper than CeX prices. And then obviously because I bought Uncharted 4 Thief's End, I also from this store got PlayStation Hits version of Uncharted The Lost Legacy. Not sure what this is, whether it's a sequel to 4 or not. I don't know if you want to put that in the comments, but yeah, when I go through playing the Uncharted games, I'll definitely get round to this one. The whole of this bundle then, so 6 games, 2 PS4, 4 PS3. This all cost 35 quid. At the time I was just unsure. I trusted that he'd give me a good price. They've always been fair with their pricing at Old School Gaming. When I got to my car, I totted it all up on CeX, and it actually came to a bit more. It was near £40, so he actually did me just less than CeX individual price for all of these. Now I'm really happy with that, considering 1, the condition's all really good, and 2, a lot of these, like the FIFA Streets and Need for Speed, you don't see them that often in the Essentials range in CeX. Seems like a lot of people are collecting these lately, since a big tuber has done his full set and started promoting them, and I'll be the first to say that that's what started my sort of interest in them a little bit, although I'm not one to go for a full set of these, because, you know, I've got no interest in buying SingStar and stuff like that, and there's many more games like that, and there's foreign games that didn't come out in the UK, so I don't really want foreign games in my collection. But where they're good titles that I'm interested in playing, I will pick them up. So yeah, I think there's other people doing that as well. So the other chap that was there, that was, you know, picking out Spider-Man and a few others, he also said he weren't going for a full set, and he left the FIFA 14 and stuff, and he was just going for ones that he had an interest in playing. And they do display nicely, so I can understand why people do that. But yeah, 35 quid for all of those, and it's cheaper than CeX price, so I came away happy with that. They did have a good N64 selection, nothing that was an upgrade for me sadly, but I'll put some overlay on now of what they had. I didn't do too much filming in the shop because it was absolutely stacked. You know, they've been pumping on their social media and so yeah, a lot of people were down there. They've got a great sort of they've got such a great selection of stock in there. If you want to see videos of what stock they've got, there's been a few big YouTubers who have done videos there this last week, and on their Facebook page they did a whip round of all their stock. And if you look at one of the videos from just over a week ago, you'll see all the PS3 essentials they've got, and they've literally all gone now. So yeah, it's just crazy, that is. But yeah, the pickups go on. So what else have I got? I was in, so yeah, before I went to old school gaming, I went to CeX in Merry Hill, and I picked up Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection. So basically the first 3 games. I don't know if these are remastered or not, I assume they are, but the PS3 version remasters on the PS4, or maybe they aren't remastered, maybe they're just the PS3 versions, but all in one convenient place. But again, it's PS4 hits, so I was just happy to buy that, and so I've got all the sort of Uncharted games from the PS4 hits, I believe now. So yeah, that was £10. It feels like a lot of money, but you know, you got 3 games for that price, so you can't really complain, and it completes that little subset, I guess. And I also picked up Gran Turismo Sport. So for a while, like, because of the Gran Turismo numbering from PS3 to PS5, I just assumed Gran Turismo didn't come out on the PS4, but silly of me to think that, really. But Gran Turismo Sport did come out, and it's in the PS4 hits range, so yeah, I thought I'd pick that up. And yeah, that was £10 as well, so not the cheapest, but for a Gran Turismo game, you can't really complain. So yeah, happy with that. I picked up God of War from the PS4 hits as well. I got this off Vinted. I paid £6.77 in total. It chops in for £6, so I like that, where you're not losing much money. If you decide you don't want it and you want to trade it in, you get most of your money back. It's in good condition. It's got the what you'd call the manual, I guess, and the disc. So never played the God of War games, but I've heard good things about them, and you know, I definitely need to try these games. I'm trying to be more open-minded and try new things. So yeah, yeah, just trying to be more open-minded, really. And then lastly, I went to Park Run this morning in Worcester, and then I had to nip into town to post a parcel, my old copy of Hybrid Heaven, and I thought I'd hit up CeX, and guess what? They had some PS3 essentials. So here we are. We got Star Wars: The Force Unleashed and Avatar the game, James Cameron's Avatar the game. Both of them had the correct disc and manual. I'll put some overlay on now. This was the case for Avatar was a bit grubby. I've cleaned it up a little bit, but I probably will still do a case transplant on this because it is still a bit creased in areas. But the actual sleeve is in good condition, so that's just a transplant job, really. I'll probably get another hits game and just transplant it out at some point. But yeah, really happy with that. Really, just add to the collection. Nice and cheap as well. This was £2.50, I think, so pretty cheap for a PS3 game. I'm not sure if it's any good or not. Let me know in the comments if you've played this game. But yeah, a cheap PS3 Essentials game that I might sort of be inclined to play. Can't really go wrong with that. And yeah, obviously the Star Wars game, fully complete with the correct disc. This was £4. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, certainly not after the original trilogy, but you know, £4. I'm not going to turn it down if it's in decent condition, and yeah, just looking forward to having a go on that at some point. So yeah, that's all the pickups. There's quite a few of them there, so it's going to take up more shelf space. I probably do need to get another half billy behind me so I can start, you know, using some more shelving space to store the PlayStation games and free up the space on these shelves for something more interesting, really, maybe collector's editions and stuff like that. But yeah, I forgot to mention that I am going to play this next, the Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Once I finish Terminator 3, I'm getting straight onto this. I like the look of it, and I think it'll be an interesting one to play, and 2 or 3 people at work have all said it's a good game, so yeah, looking forward to getting my teeth into this one, really. I'll just take the stickers off this now, but yeah, I just wanted to show that it was from CeX, and so, you know, £10 for this really lovely condition cardboard's great. But yeah, looking forward to getting into this one then, and seeing what it's all about, really. It does look interesting. So that's it, guys. That's all the pickups, and there's a hell of a lot of them there. I'm not sure if you counted. I certainly haven't been counting, but yeah, it's a lot of either upgrades or new games into the collection. So yeah, One might think I've got problems, but yeah, I'll slow down a bit now and focus on the channel a bit more and pumping out content that's not pickups videos all the time, because yeah, it gets expensive if you keep buying and buying. Yeah, so yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. There's a couple of videos upcoming, so I'm going to do a video on my birthday on Tuesday this week, and that'll just be some more real talk. I'm probably just going to go into talking about my full set journey for the second time round, my full N64 set journey. Just some real talk, you know, on what's involved in going after a full set, especially when it's a large one, and not like, I'm not talking subsets, when it's talking a large full set with its rarities, how you sort of get through that, and yeah, just I think that might bring some good talk to the channel. And then I'm going to make a start on my next episode of Mission N64 239 this week, and hopefully that will drop later in the week. So the real talk will come on Tuesday on my birthday, and the Mission N64 239 episode will come later this week. Hopefully, well, it'll be next weekend. So yeah, stand by, there's plenty coming to the channel. If you like the video, please whack a thumbs up, it really helps the channel out. If you're new, please consider subscribing. Come aboard for Mission N64 239. Can I complete every N64 game in the UK PAL library, all 239 of them? Come along for the journey and see how I get on. And yeah, all games get reviewed as well, so you get to learn something about the games as well. And yeah, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, see you on the next one.
I'll be back.